Good morning, everyone. This is Henry Kramer, 605 Chaser. Give you a quick, brief update weather-wise. We do have the dense fog advisory for another 23 minutes until 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Obviously, some areas that are impacted would be Moody, Bonham, Hutchinson, and Minnehaha counties. We are also seeing this spread over into eastern portions of Nebraska. As the title shows here, very, very slow week weather-wise. Not expecting any huge storms or anything like that. The biggest thing that we can talk about at this point would be our marginal risk over in the hilly areas of Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and the extreme western portion of New Mexico as we continue monsoon season there. Marginal risk to our friends to the south as well as the eastern coastline. And if we put this into perspective here, and this marginal risk, I want to give you that perspective. That marginal risk is for the excessive rainfall. And then as you can see here, we do have the general thunderstorms for much of the U.S., but it's going to be very, very spotty. We'll turn all of these off, and then we will give you an idea of what we have coming here. One moment. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at GFS. We're going to have to look at GFS today because of the fact that there's really nothing going on, honestly. Weather-wise, we'll have to look at the GFS so that we can see what we are looking for this coming weekend. I know right now we're on a weekend, but we're coming up to another weekend, trying to look at what type of potential there is. There's a few spotty showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder in our friends in Arkansas. And then by the weekend, let's progress to the 26th, 27th. That's when we can start seeing things ramp up a little bit. The biggest weather maker is going to be the prevailing heat. We're going to have temperatures in the upper 90s. We're going to have thing called corn sweat in the plains here. So basically what corn sweat is those plants are, not only will we have the moisture just from regular dew point, but we also have the corn sweat, which the plants end up having excessive amount of moisture put into the atmosphere, increasing those dew points into the mid 70s or higher. And then we do have some potential wave makers, short wave troughs, and that they come through between the 26th, 27th area, as you can see there. Minnesota looks like northern Minnesota possibly by the end of the month. I would not doubt if they end up having a slight risk up there. And then our friends in northern, in North Dakota, that would probably be the biggest situation there. Would be we could have a slight risk here in North Dakota, as well as even potential for tornado activity. But that is 10 days out. That is a long ways out to figure that out. But that's the one that really looks like some promise there. Let's take a look and see what the extended composite outlook looks like. We're not going to look at July 21st through 27th composite, supercell composite parameters, because honestly, it just looks pretty gruesome as far as activity goes. So let's pull that up here if we can. Alright, so this is week 2, shows quite a bit of activity in the northwestern part of Iowa, southeastern South Dakota, pretty much all of eastern South Dakota for the week of July 28th through the August 1st, or I'm sorry, through August 3rd. So that's a possibility. And even into week 3, August 4th through the 10th. So really what we got going on here is we're going to have this heat just continue to hover over us, heat and lots of moisture, and that is going to be, in my opinion, just like adding fuel to the enormous amount of like fire, if you will, use that word, of storms that will be firing off once these short waves come through. After the 10th, we probably, based on long range, I don't think we can go out that far. Let's see. Nope. So if we look at the August 4th through the 10th on the GFS, that's the 31st there. Let's go back to that one. This kind of lines up with the GFS here, where those storms start getting going, right in this area. So that's the information that we have. There again, it's not really going to be many updates until this weekend. This coming weekend, we will likely, starting Thursday or Friday, we'll start having more updates on our YouTube channel as we progress into more of a stormy pattern eventually. Let's take a look at those temperatures, what we're expecting for that. As you can see, even in 7 p.m., 90s, pretty much across the entire plains area. Oh my goodness, triple digits by the 31st. And then you factor in all of the moisture. Oh my goodness. That puts some of the dew points in the low, oh goodness, almost 80-degree dew points. So the GFS has a tendency to overdo it, and plus we're 10 days out, so that could possibly be overdone. But nonetheless, the main story here is that there is going to be a lot of moisture in the air. These dew points, that will raise the temperatures quite a bit. One last quick peek at those temperatures. So it's going to be more than likely triple digits by next weekend. And going into your next week, before we end up having a little bit more of a reprieve and start seeing a stormy pattern again by the end of the month into the first part of August. That's a very extended outlook, so obviously lots of things can change, but we'll have to see how that goes. So that's the latest information that we have. Again, we will probably not be doing any type of live updates for the remainder of this week until maybe the weekend, as we continue to get additional models available and things get more in unison, if you will. So that is all I have. You guys have a great rest of your day, a great Sunday. God bless you all, and